to go through how to add type into a document in Photopea and in Adobe Illustrator, and then how to like sort type, view type according to the different type categories or classifications that there are. So to start on this, I've got to download the document that has been saved to the classroom page. You're going to find the document. You're going to open in a new window. And then you'll download the document. It's a PDF file, which will open up in Photopea or in Adobe Illustrator. And then I'm going to go File, Open. I'm going to look in my downloads. Okay, going to open this up. And I'm going to zoom in a bit here so I can see that a little better. Go to the Type tool, and I click in the space. And here I want to find a sans serif font. So I look over here for the type classification. I'm going to write the font name, and then I'm going to write my name as a sample. So in order to sort through and find the different fonts, you'll see over here on the left, these are all the different type classifications. And there's quite a few of them in Photopea. So if I want to deselect them all, I click on All, and then I click it again, and that will deselect all of them. Then I'm going to go through this list and find sans serif. So I found sans serif. What I'd like you to try to do is find a font that you like the style of it. So, give it a second to kind of look through it, find something that you think is a quality font. With a sans serif font, it doesn't have the little endings on the letters. So this one is called Familiar Pro. So I type it in there. I can highlight the text. If I want to make it bigger, right up here is the size. Make it a little bigger. Use the Move tool to move this into the middle of the box. I'm going to go to the Type tool again, and then I'm going to write my name in that font style. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the next one, serif font. So I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to deselect sans serif. I'm going to select serif. Now I can look at the serif, oh, that's script. Go to the serif choices and then scroll through. Again, quite a few. You can see this is only just A, but I'll find serif font. Type. This is called Baskerville. It's in italics, which is fine, but I could also take off the italics if I like. Again, make sure it's nice and visible, not too small. Center it in the box, and then write a sample. See, somehow this one up here got changed. I got to make sure that that is back to Familiar Pro. You can even type it into the search box, Familiar Pro. There we go. And then when you're done, you can go ahead and you could save this as a PSD. You could go ahead and export it again as a PDF, and you want to upload it to the Google Classroom assignment. So if I'm doing this in Adobe Illustrator, okay, I'm going to open up the file. So I'm going to go File, Open. Again, pulling this from my downloads. All right, you can see I already filled in the top one as a sample. I go to the Type tool, which is right here, and I click in the space. And to preview the types, I want to make sure I'm looking at the character palette. So I may have to go to Window and make sure down here under Type, there is the character palette. So I'm going to open up the character palette, and then I need to sort these to find the right font family. So there's this thing, it's a filter, it looks like a little funnel right here. and I click on the filter, and it will have the type classifications that we're looking at. So if you hover over, it will tell you what it is. So serif, slab serif, script, black letter, handwritten, and decorative. We're not worrying about monospace right now. So we're looking at sans serif here first. So I'm going to say OK to that, and that will filter out my fonts here. And I can take a look and find something that I like the way it looks. And use this as an opportunity to really spend a little time looking. You also notice this drop-down arrow here. It's good to get to know the fonts. Gil Sans is a font I like using a lot. So I'm going to type in Gil Sans. And then to make it bigger again, here's you can bump up the point size. Point size is the size of the type. Go ahead and set that in the middle. And then I'm going to type my name. Next, I'm going to look for a serif font. So I'm going to click in this space. I'm going to look for, you can see the Lorem Ipsum, that's the dummy type or the filler type that Illustrator will put in. I'm going to go to my filter, select serifs, take a look at my list. There's Baskerville again. I'm going to go through here. Bodoni, that's a pretty good one. Garamond is another one. I like using Garamond a lot. I'm going to go to regular, keep regular on this one. Garamond. And then I'm going to type again my name as a sample. And when I finished filling in the table, I'm going to save it. So I'm going to go File and then Save. And you can go Save As too. This is saving it as a PDF. And then I will upload that to the Google Classroom assignment.